Today's workout is Chasin Waterfalls. It is 4 rounds of a 30 or 24 calorie row, 30 wall ball shots, and 30 sit-ups. Now, if there aren't any rowers available, you can always go with the bike, and it is 21 calories for the guys or 15 calories for the women. So again, 30 calories for men, 24 calories for women on the rower. That's gonna really torch those backsides, your glutes and hamstrings, and then pulling on the handle is gonna hit those upper back muscles. But the rest, it's all gonna be a whole lot of quads. It's gonna be some arms, and then a whole bunch of your midline. So everything up front, your core, your abs, a little bit of your hip flexors as well. Ideally, this workout's gonna take you somewhere between 16, maybe 18 minutes to 24 minutes on the longer end. The goal here today, big sets with the wall balls. So whatever weight you're choosing, whatever height you're choosing, let's try to push ourselves a little bit more, get some bigger sets there, and then use the sit-ups and the row or the cardio machine as your recovery. So don't go all out on the cardio machine. Nice, smooth, steady calories there, and then smooth and steady sit-ups. You want to go for real big sets here with the wall balls. Some modifications that we can do to try to hit those. Now, I don't want you to modify just so that you can get a set of 30, but if you normally go with something, and so say for example, if you're throwing a 14-pound ball to an 8-foot target and your best is 10 reps here, let's go ahead and go with maybe a 10-pound ball to that 10-foot target and aim for sets of 15. So we can lower the weight and lower the target height for the wall balls. If you decide to go with an 8-foot instead of 9-foot, or you go with a little bit lower cinder block on the wall, whatever you choose for that very first rep, let's stick with it. Let's make sure that we stick with it the entire time. Don't lower your target, or don't go get a lighter wall ball whenever the sets get hard. It's going to get hard. We got 4 rounds of this. Hit the same target every single rep, all 4 rounds. Next up, you can obviously reduce the calories on the rower or the bike. It should take you, no more than 2.5–3 minutes tops to get done with all of the calories. If you're more closer to the 3-minute mark for all those calories, maybe we should consider scaling that back for the remainder of the rounds. And then, of course, you can also sub some of the movement. So wall balls, I know there's a couple people that just really dislike, letting go of a weight and then, receiving it, going down into a squat and all that kind of stuff. You can absolutely do dumbbell thrusters. Just make sure you do 15 with one arm, 15 on the other, or you can hold it goblet style. So having one hand on each head of that dumbbell and going all the way down and then all the way up. Just keep the reps the same, and maybe go a little bit heavier than whatever the wall ball weight you would normally do, since you're not propelling that weight several feet above your head. Now for these sit-ups, sometimes these sit-ups can really be the bottleneck for us. They can be a lot harder than than any of the other movements there. So what I recommend is that we either go from the normal AbMat sit-up, where we've got our feet together, pulled up close to our hips. Go ahead and straighten those legs out. That'll give you some counterbalance. You can also completely sub out the sit-ups for leg lifts. I'll demo that right here. So instead of going all the way back, with our torso up and our feet together, instead of doing the sit-up like this, we can actually spread all the way out, keep that back on the floor, raise those legs about a foot or so, pause for a second, come down, tap the floor, go right back up. This is gonna limit the amount of flexion that your lower back is gonna have, and all it's gonna do is just target your abs. So reduce some of the reps, maybe consider making the sit-ups a little bit easier, because the focus today should be throwing that wall ball up against the wall for great big sets. I feel like there was one more thing. That's right. Let's make sure that when we're doing these wall balls, every single rep needs to start with a squat. So sometimes when we get tired, we cheat ourselves, right? We try to get the work done, so we can just get on with our day. Let me back up so you can see it. We'll pick up that ball and we'll immediately throw it. That is a no rep. We don't want to do that. The purpose of this exercise is to hit our legs and then a little bit of upper body, but we're trying to propel that ball with, majority of our quads coming out of that squat really aggressively. So there's a big difference between doing this and doing this. So every time you catch that ball, even on that first rep, make sure your butt gets down get into a full squat. Don't just pick it up and throw it. Don't catch it and do, you know, a little dip and toss. Full squat before you toss that ball. Make sure we go for these big sets today, guys. Good luck. Have fun. See you in the next one.